Y'all, I just took the fattest, juiciest, greasiest, everything shower ever.
Yeah, it's pretty safe to say that hygiene-tok is its own universe. It can be really easy to dismiss everything from the TikTok girlies, honestly, because it's too much sometimes. But as a beauty girly who is also sensitive and has tried a lot of these hygiene tips and tricks, here is what's tea and what's not. Hi girls, welcome back to Bossa Girlified. It is in fact your girl Tima, and this is a new series, What's Tea and What's Not. Do y'all like that title? Let me know. Let me know if you guys have any other title suggestions for this series I have going on, but I'm really excited because there are going to be so many parts to this series. In these videos, I'm going to be reacting to some of the most viral tips and tricks videos under whatever umbrella it is. So in this video, we are going to be talking about hygiene.
If you want your man to eat it from the rooter to the tutor, listen up, this is for you. You shouldn't have to not experience things because you're insecure that you may not taste or smell good down there. So let me put you on exactly my little routine on how to smell and taste good down there.
Wow, we're off to an interesting start. You should definitely want to prioritize having a healthy vaginal system. It's really important to remember that it is more important to be healthy than to smell good for your man. That will naturally be an effect of taking good care of yourself, but it should not be the reason why you want to have a better hygiene routine. I've made a video about this. If you haven't watched it, it's one of my favorite videos I've made. It's called Glow Up Blindness. I'll put it in the icon above. But in that video, I feel like that could tie into things like this, where we focus on looking good, smelling good, but we don't focus on like the actual internal of it all, like actually wanting to take better care of yourself in general so that everything around you improves.
Have this PhD boric acid suppository. You are not supposed to take this orally, so please do not do that. You're supposed to literally just grab one of these capsules, look like this, and you're just gonna put it up your hoo-ha.
Boric acid suppository. I've never heard of this.
This will literally cleanse your entire coochie system. It will get rid of any odor. And it's also super great to do every little now and then just to keep things nice and fresh.
Boric acid vaginal suppository is a medicine that helps promote a balance of acid in your vagina. It can also treat vaginal yeast infections by relieving symptoms like itching and burning. Wow, that I did not know about. So that one is a new one to me. I might honestly check that one out, but for me, I'm very sensitive to things, so you guys are gonna have to stick around to see how I feel about that one.
Next, we have apple cider vinegar. You can either dilute a capful of this in some hot water and drink this every single morning on an empty stomach, or you can actually add apple cider vinegar to your bubble baths. Either that, or if you have a basin at home and you don't have like a bathtub, that also works too.
Oh my god, you guys, that one, apple cider vinegar is tea. Okay, I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in my anti-inflammatory tea that I absolutely rave about, and just because it is that good, I'm gonna tell you guys the recipe for it in this video once again, because it is just like acne, period cramps, bloating, bloated face, allergies, asthma, literally anything you could think of it helps with. So the ingredients will be on the screen as well. It's key lime, 1 whole one, pink Himalayan salt, black pepper, cayenne pepper, turmeric, ginger, apple cider vinegar, and honey. And that's it. Oh, it's so good. When you start drinking apple cider vinegar like at least once a day, you'll notice that it's like an internal deodorizer, and it's honestly an internal everythinger. It's so freaking good. But I have not tried bathing in apple cider vinegar, but I have tried using it diluted, of course, on my underarms and stuff like that, and it really does help with odor. So that is definitely tea.
So don't sleep on natural products because they actually work. Next, we have cranberry pills. If you are somebody that is sexually active, I highly recommend that you take some cranberry pills after,
or just eat cranberries or drink cranberry juice. There are some things that you do not need supplements for, especially considering that a lot of supplements have fillers in them for the most part. Obviously, I'm sure you can find some without fillers, or you can just make your own. You can just get like the glycerin vitamin capsules. I remember vividly too, you guys, a side note, that when I was a kid, my mom had a couple of those. She bought them, and I was just having a field day with them. I was in middle school. I was making all types of vitamins and stuff. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But it's just easier to drink cranberry juice. By the way, I've been dying to share this with you guys because I feel like, oh, low-key, they better not make it more expensive because of this now. I might be doing myself a disservice, but whatever. Hopefully they don't. Organic cranberry juice and organic mango pineapple juice from Target. I go to Sprouts, even fries, you guys. Fries, organic cranberry juice is $9, cheapest. $10, $11 for one jar. But at Target, it's like $5. But yeah, guys, I wouldn't avoid taking any other extra supplements if you don't have to. But cranberries are definitely it. And especially when it comes to odor and honestly everything. Like, I think it has some anti-inflammatory properties because when I drink it when I'm on my period, I notice my cramps go down significantly. So I don't know if that's just because I drink a lot of stuff that help with anti-inflammation or what, but yes, definitely cranberry juice and that little mixture I make, it just helps freshen everything up and get rid of any odor. And honestly, just eating more fruits in general. So that's unfortunately halfway to you.
Coconut water is a great way to keep your body nice and hydrated because it is filled with many, many electrolytes. So drinking this before you hang out with your man or before you're going to your little appointment will keep things fresh.
Just in general, honestly, I love coconut water. I will say though, coconut water is very expensive. Coconut water has its own specific electrolytes, but you can definitely do a pink Himalayan salt with lemon tea. That's what I do every day. I have one of those, and that really helps increase hydration. Honestly, just water in general. But I feel like that's such a given. It doesn't even need to be said. But yeah, coconut water is definitely, I would say it's like half tea because I don't know that it helps keep everything fresh down there in comparison to just like regular water. But hey, maybe that's just something I don't know about. But you know what, while we're here, let's look it up. While coconut is generally safe and can be a good source of hydration, there is no scientific evidence to suggest that it directly helps with vaginal odor or treats vaginal infections. I mean, I love coconut water and I love my electrolytes for sure, but I don't think that's tea when it comes to hygiene.
Drink your water. It shouldn't be rocket science. Your body functions at its best when it's...
Oh my god, okay. Of course, water. And I just hate when people mention water in videos like this because duh, like water is everything. But anyways, if you naturally just eat a lot of fruits, eat a lot of vegetables, drink your water, work out, take care of yourself, shower once a day, that's all you really need.
I'm gonna have y'all smelling amazing. You're gonna get whoever you want. You're gonna get your crush. Future boyfriend, please pay attention. All right, number one, I'm just gonna start with this one. Y'all.
Oh my god, brother. Here we go again with the damn water. Oh my god, you guys. Am I being a hater? Like, damn, bro. Like, every single video about skincare, hair care, body care, losing weight, hygiene, like we could do like a speed run compilation of all the videos that tell you to drink water.
Drink your water.
Water does so much.
To drink lots of water every day.
Oh my goodness, we know to drink water. But yes, in her defense, if you don't drink enough water, you're more prone to smelling kind of inky. So water reminder, check. Drink your water.
Obviously, you want to brush and floss. I know a lot of us don't floss. Most importantly, you want to scrape your tongue. You can brush your teeth and use mouthwash and flush, but if you don't brush your tongue, your breath will stink.
Yeah, definitely brush your tongue. I feel like most people do, I would hope. But you don't necessarily have to scrape your tongue. I have a tongue scraper. I noticed that it doesn't really make that much of a difference when it comes to how my breath smells. There are other things that definitely help, which hint, hint, nudge, nudge. We will get into that later on in this video. Definitely brush your tongue, but you don't necessarily have to tongue scrape. And I've noticed that I've actually like injured myself quite a few times, like with a tongue scraper. It can help with tongue odor to some extent, but I noticed that brushing your tongue helps remove the odor more. I feel like the tongue scraper removes, yes, some bacteria, but mostly it removes the yeast that's on your tongue. But again, if you just brush your tongue well enough, it can come off.
All the way back there and scrape.
Definitely be careful with that one though. If you have a tongue that's flat, it might be different, but I have a tongue that kind of like curves. So when I stick my tongue out, it's kind of hard to like scrape well enough without like getting those like larger taste buds in the back of my mouth. So I've definitely almost always injured myself when I've done tongue scraping. So I would definitely be careful and only tongue scrape towards the beginning, and just use a toothbrush for the back of your area, back of your mouth. And if you just don't want to risk it at all, I would just say just brush your tongue. That's honestly the best solution to avoid that at all.
So for extra points, get a water flosser. I do this at the very end. It pushes everything out. So good.
I find that water flossers can be very messy. I've used one. I have one still. I was asked to make a video about it. I didn't even make a video about it because I was like, bro, this is literally like, you don't need it. Like, you don't need it. It's consumerism final boss. Just use an actual floss. It's more effective. It's not messy. It's quick, easy. Yeah, you don't need a water flosser. Not to use.
Also, oil pulling, you want to get coconut oil. You can just use coconut oil. This also whitens your teeth. And then
you guys, okay, so I have seen so much discourse about oil pulling, and I haven't really talked about it on YouTube, but you guys, I swear by oil pulling. I'm actually gonna get back into doing it because literally, you guys, like my mom and I both oil pulled. And my mom had a lot of cavities and stuff like that. But when she was oil pulling consistently, literally because we go to the same dentist, the dentist was like, bro, what are you guys doing to your teeth right now? Like, your teeth look so healthy. Genuinely. And I'm about to go to my dentist, so I'm about to start oil pulling, and I'm gonna let y'all know if he says anything about my teeth looking perfect, okay? But no, seriously, you guys, like, there's something about oil pulling, like it just extracts, like you could feel it pulling all the plaque and gunk and all of the nasty stuff from not even from your teeth alone, it's from your mouth. Like, it's pulling all of the nasty shit out of your mouth. It really, really does work. That is one thing that I feel like a lot of people would be surprised about. I've seen a lot of people say like, oh, for the most part, it's like a placebo effect. No, you guys, it works wonders. Definitely tea.
On to ears. I'm laying next to you or talking to you, whispering, whatever. I don't want to see earwax. Nobody wants to see earwax. I like to use this. This is like it's called Loss Swab. It's a reusable one. But please clean your ears, y'all.
I would not use a cotton swab though. I would not use a cotton swab, even though that's like a different type. It's like a reusable one. I would not use a cotton swab. I do the hydrogen peroxide method, which is like you basically put hydrogen peroxide in your ear, kind of let it sit there for a second, and then get it out with a napkin. That is really effective for getting rid of earwax. I would say definitely if you are looking for a good and cheap method of cleaning your ears, because I know they have those like really expensive like earwax extracting devices. Honestly, especially as a sensitive girly, I've come to realize that it is very important for me, especially to be careful with putting things in my ears, in my nose, like anything like that, because I am like the ear infection queen, the allergies queen. Like, literally everything is so triggering to me. So even if I get like a scratch in my ear, I can easily have an ear infection and stuff like that. But either way it goes, I've had to compromise a lot. So I would definitely recommend the hydrogen peroxide method rather than using a Q-tip. But yes, definitely clean your ears. So that's definitely tea.
You think you're hot, but you're not. Hygiene tips that no hot girl does. So let's get our shit together, girls, okay? Because time's...
Hot girl hygiene is crazy.
Hygiene tips that no hot girl does. So let's get our shit together, girls, okay? Because time's running out.
I don't know how I feel about us equating hygiene with being hot. Like, yeah, of course the baddies have a good hygiene routine, but like, I feel like that's like the basic, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I guess, shit.
I don't know why people don't talk about it, but it's saliva spray. It's literally spray saliva. It's not a breath freshener. It's literally saliva in a bottle. Because bad breath comes from a dry mouth. No one you can hear your breath.
Babe, if your mouth is dry, and this is, see, and it's so funny because now I'm going to sound like a hypocrite because I was just talking about drink water, but no, seriously, if your mouth is that dry to where you got to use saliva spray, you're probably dehydrated, honestly. You probably just need to drink some water with some electrolytes or just drink more water. I don't think you need saliva spray. That's gonna be a not tea for me. But I do agree that if your mouth is dry, your breath is gonna stink. Having a hydrated tongue is definitely very, 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 very helpful to not having a dry mouth, not having a white tongue. But also, you guys, I just learned about this. If you're iron deficient, your tongue could be looking whiter than normal. I am an extremely iron deficient person. When I tell you guys, I was so obsessed with oral care because I had like braces and like, you know, if you have braces, you know, you have to be like on top of your oral hygiene. But I was like obsessed with my oral hygiene. So I remember like I would brush my tongue so much and it wouldn't be like there's stuff like on my tongue, but my tongue would still be like a palish pink. And that is because I'm iron deficient. I'm anemic. So if you're anemic and you're struggling with the same thing, that's why. Take your iron supplements, girl. It'll help a lot. Drink water, eat iron-rich food.
Dry brush. Literally, right after you're out of the shower. A lot of people do it before the shower. Don't do that. Out of the shower, your skin softens, and that's when you get all these suckers out. My skin, just look at it. I'm so soft.
Dry brushing for me personally is not the move. I may or may not try it again in the future. No, I'm not going to try it again in the future because I forgot. Like, I literally had like little tiny red bumps all over my body. It's just not for me because I'm very sensitive and I have eczema. But if it is something that would work for you, I would definitely recommend it. But for me, honestly, a net sponge and weekly exfoliation works wonders for me. My skin is super smooth. That is like the biggest compliment I get. And maybe that's just because I'm an eczema sensitive skinned girly in the first place, to where my skin is naturally like a little fragile. So like it's gonna be soft, but no, like for me, dry brushing is a huge no. But if you are somebody who is not sensitive skin and who doesn't have eczema, I could see how it would work wonders for you.
Right after you get out of the shower, you guys, put on a body oil. There's a difference.
Okay, yes, but you guys, I have tea for you. It's like additional bonus tea. Yes, but beef tallow. And you guys, beef tallow smells like beef tallow. So what I've been doing lately, and I have literally been getting complimented every single where I go. Not only do I have the most beautiful, stunning, gorgeous 15, give me 15 of them right now, glow, but I smell amazing all day. Like, beef tallow is just so thick and luscious and moisturizing that your skin will be hydrated forever. Like, until you take a shower, literally. Like, I am the type of person who is extremely dry. This and only a few other products are the only things that work very well for me as a body oil. So that's what I use when I get out of the shower. I also got these little perfume oils. I got these perfume oils from my beauty supply store. One of them is Poppy by Coach, and then the other one is Ed Hardy. And then I also have this one that I've been like speed running through. It's the black sugar. This one is absolutely my favorite. But I just grab a little bit of that, put it in my hand, and put a drop of the perfume oil in my hand, mix it together, put it on my body. And you guys, it is so cheap, smells so delicious. And it literally smells so expensive and luxury that you wouldn't even notice the smell of the beef tallow. And you would think it's one of these expensive body oils. And I'm the type of girl, I've bought lots of body oils. And a lot of them are really, really good, but most of them are like a little too oily. Like it just kind of like sits on the skin. It doesn't actually moisturize, which is why I love beef tallow so much, because it's actually hydrating and it actually absorbs really nicely into the skin.
Because you just showered, your pores are open. It pores soak the oil in.
Definitely apply your body oil or whatever it is, your beef tallow, right after the shower. It makes a difference. And then just let that absorb before you put your cream on. So when I get out of the shower, for example, I like to shower at night because I do a lot, or usually like when I come home from the gym. So I'll do an alternating to where I'll do the body oil, then do my moisturizer on my face, let that sit a little bit, do whatever nighttime routine I do, and then finish up with a body cream to seal everything in. Best combo.
Do I need to even talk about my glycolic acid, you guys? I stopped wearing deodorant. There's just no BO. This is an exfoliant. Once a week, I just use it on my scalp and it gets rid of all the product buildup. And my hair just feels so fresh. This is my day 6 hair, you guys.
Wow, I have never thought to use it on hair. My hair is very dry though and sensitive, so I don't think I will be trying it on my hair. But I will say though, using it on your armpits and your hoo-ha area, especially if you're someone who struggles with ingrown hairs, literally ingrown hairs be gone. Like, oh my god, that is the best thing I have ever found for getting rid of ingrown hairs. Like, it is a visible difference. I get literally like bumpy, lumpy, like ingrown hairs everywhere anytime I shave. But whenever I use the glycolic acid on a little cotton pad and put it on my armpits after I shave, oh my god, like no ingrown hairs at all. It's too harsh for my face, but for my body, absolutely to die for. I definitely love a lot of the tips that she had in this video, but I will say though, again, it's not about being hot. It's not about being like the it girl when it comes to hygiene and taking care of yourself. It's just about taking care of yourself. It's about doing things for you. And I feel like when you do things for yourself, like anything in life, like when you get a job you love just because you love it, not because your boyfriend loves it or because it'll impress everybody or whatever the case may be. That is more powerful than doing things because of an external reason. So yeah, just the whole narrative that like hot girls do this and hot girls do that, and it's just a little much, and it should be more focused on us and doing what is best for us. So this one is a slideshow, and it's hygiene tips I wish I knew sooner. So the first thing is African nuts over loofahs. I have been trying to push y'all onto African nuts so bad, okay? I will say though, make sure that the African nut sponge that you get is authentic. I will try to have a link of a few places where you can get an authentic African nut sponge. An African nut sponge is going to be a little thicker, denser, not like a mesh type of material like a loofah is made out of. So I'll have a link to it in the bio down below. But you guys, when I tell you guys, I've had my African nut sponge since I went on my Africa trip like a few months back, and it is perfect. It still works great. They're antibacterial, so they don't naturally, the material it's made out of, which is why it's so important to get the right type of African nut sponge. The type of material it's made out of, it doesn't cling to bacteria, so it's antibacterial. It does not cling on to bacteria like a loofah, so you don't have to change it out as frequently. It is because of the heaviness as well, it really does help to exfoliate your skin gently, but still enough to where you will feel so much softer than with a regular loofah. That is absolutely tea. Oh my. Double cleansing with an antibacterial soap for my first wash before going in with any scented body washes. Now, I do agree that if you are going to use a scented body wash, you should definitely use a different soap, like just a simple regular soap, cleansing soap. But antibacterial for me is not the move, okay? It might work for people who have oilier skin, who aren't sensitive, whatever the case may be. But for me, anytime I have used an antibacterial soap, it has been a nightmare for my skin. So if you have dry skin, I would stay clear of that. Right now, my favorite as a sensitive girly has been the Dove Sensitive Skin. It is so freaking good and perfect for me. And then I follow up with whatever smell good wash that I want to. So I would say for me, that's like a halfway tea. I'm using Vaseline on my pulse points to make my perfume last longer if I don't have any perfume oils. Perfume oils are definitely the way to go, but if you use something like beef tallow to moisturize your body, you won't even really need to use anything like Vaseline, because this is literally so like clingy to your skin that it will literally make your perfume like radiate and emit all the heat that it needs to. Exfoliating my skin with a body scrub before I shave. For sure. Definitely that is a good way to make sure that you kind of get all of the hair follicles like loosened up. That way you minimize the amount of ingrowns you have. And then I always follow up with the glycolic acid, of course. Using a 3 to 5 blade razor when shaving. My favorite razor to use is Gillette. Oh my god, you guys, like the men's razors, stop buying these like Venus and Flamingo and all of those stuff. Just get you a couple of Gillette razors and you'll be good to go. Applying my lotion on damp skin, then locking in moisture with a body oil after I lotion my skin. Apply your body oil to damp skin sometimes. Yeah, I would definitely recommend applying your body oil first to damp skin and then following up with a moisturizer on top. But I guess that's up to personal preference, because I used to do it the opposite way too, but I just feel like it's more efficient and practical to do it the other way around. Just apply your body oil, whatever, beef tallow on. Shaving my face with aloe vera in the direction of hair growth, game changer. Do not shave over pimples. Yes, my face shavers have to be pink. Yes, I definitely like doing this. I do this because, especially recently, I've been using minoxidil, and minoxidil is amazing at growing hair, which it's meant for, but it's really good at it. So, yeah, I've definitely been having a little bit of growth, a little bit more peach fuzz and stuff like that. So I have definitely been using face razors, but I would definitely be very, very gentle with this, very careful, and use something like, yes, aloe vera gel to help with the soothing effects if you have very sensitive skin. Yeah, overall, that was not a bad little slideshow. This is another slideshow, and it's titled How to Always Smell Good. And the first picture is insane. It is peak hygiene talk. And that is going to be a separate video for a separate day. Vitamins. So here we have multi-gummies. I think we all know how I feel about multi-gummies. And then we have cranberry, and then we have vaginal probiotic, prebiotic, liquid chlorophyll. Honestly, with these type of supplements, especially when it comes to vaginal health, I would recommend just drinking like the cranberry juice, a little mixture. Drinking also kombucha, because it has a lot of prebiotics, so it helps with gut health and also just balancing out your pH balance. Liquid chlorophyll is my tried and true. I love chlorophyll. It's so freaking good for so many different things, but especially when it comes to being an internal deodorizer. It really is. It does the same thing for me that apple cider vinegar does. But yeah, definitely like halfway tea, quarter way tea. Skincare. So here we have, oh my, I see why I included this in this video. Wow, okay. This is scary. This is like barrier damage central, okay? So we have Panoxyl Creamy Wash. This is the 4% benzoyl peroxide daily control for the first cleanse. And then we have for this second cleanse, the La Roche-Posay Normal to Oily Skin Purifying Foaming Cleanser. Okay. If you are going to double cleanse, the first cleanse should be with an oil cleanser, and the second cleanse should be with a foaming or creamy cleanser. I do absolutely love the Panoxyl benzoyl peroxide, and this is one of those little bonus tips. Use the Panoxyl benzoyl peroxide on your armpits in the shower. Thank me later. That's a no tea at all already. But then we have a benzoyl peroxide treatment every day. And then we have tretinoin gel only every other night, which isn't terrible. And then we have the Bioma moisturizer. I'm assuming based on these products here, but also like, whoa, your barrier is screaming for help, bro. You're already using Panoxyl with benzoyl peroxide as a first wash. And then you're using a benzoyl topical cream. I am no dermatologist, but that screams barrier like damage, that alone. And then second cleansing with the foaming cleanser. It's just not, I would stay away from that combo. I don't think that's a good one. Definitely not tea.
Best feminine hygiene ever. Okay, my number one tip is to invest or look for a good sensitive wash. Stop using Bath & Body Works and high perfumed washes on your sensitive areas and rinse.
Definitely, but I don't think you really need to invest to do that. You can use your Dove sensitive soap. You can get a pack of them for like $6, and it is the best, simple, honestly, 9 times out of 10, it is the most simple solution that is the best one.
I noticed a huge difference when I switched to chlorine-free feminine products.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh my God, this has to be the most tea advice I have heard in this video so far. Definitely use pads that are organic and natural and like low chemical and does not have these chemicals and chlorine and all of those other stuff. You guys, especially if you are someone who is hypersensitive and already has extreme periods, as someone who has had extreme periods my entire life, I'm on my period right now, there is a very clear difference in how my period is when I'm using pads that are, you know, of this category versus pads of this category. A game changer. If you have extreme periods or even just regular periods, definitely try it out for your next period. Get the organic ones. And for pads, they're not that much more expensive. Like, they're maybe like $1 more than the regular ones would be. It's worth the investment, trust me.
After using the bathroom, use a bidet, wet wipes for emergencies, but most times just take another shower.
I would say you don't need to take another shower, but I would say it is good to wash your booties when you get done and wash your koosh. And in my culture, we call it labu. There's literally a term for it. So what I do is I just wipe with a baby wipe first and then just rinse with some water. And it definitely helps a lot with any odor because wiping is not enough. So that was definitely tea. But you don't need to take another shower. Let me know in the comments down below what I should do next in this series. What would you guys like to see me tea or notify? Yeah, and then also feel free to send me or DM me or message me on any of my social platforms with any videos that you guys would like me to react to and give my little input on as a self-care girly. Anyways, girlies, it has been your girl Tima, and I'll see you on another video soon. Bye, girls.